This is section 4.6, fractions and percents. What we're going to start off with is talking about something called a ratio. And a percent is a type of ratio, as is a fraction. A ratio is a comparison of two quantities by division. Okay, so there's three different ways to write a ratio. 9 out of 10 is one way, 9 to 10, and 9 tenths. So here's our fraction. Okay, when a ratio is compared to the number 100, it can be written as a percent. So 9 out of 100 would equal 9%. We'll be comparing 9 to 100, which is 9%. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to write our fractions as percents and our percents as fractions. What you have to remember is the key word here is 100. So we're going to write each ratio as a percent. You'll notice that each one is being compared to 100. So 57 to 100. Insects are spiders. That would be 57% of insects are spiders. $21.20 per 100 would be 29.2%. Okay, so that top number, that number that's being compared to 100 is your percent. So we're going to write each fraction as a percent. Okay, I want my denominator to become 100 for both of these. So I need to figure out what times 10 would give me 100 and what times 5 would give me 100. Well, we know 10 times 10 is 100. Whatever I do to the denominator, I have to do to the numerator as well. 7 times 10 is 70. Okay, the number that's being compared to 100 is my percent. So this is 70%. 7 tenths is the same as 70%. Okay, here 5 times 20 is 100. So I'm going to multiply my numerator by 20, and 3 times 20 is 60. 60 is the number being compared to 100, so it's 60%. Okay, you have to make sure you put the percent signs on your answers, okay, to notate that it's a percent. 70 is different than 7% because 70 is equivalent to 7 tenths, which is obviously different than the number 70, as is 3/5 is equivalent to 60%. Okay, so that percent sign is very important. Now we're going to write each percent as a fraction in simplest form. So now we're just going backwards. So we're going to use 45. And remember, percent is just a number being compared to 100. So I'm comparing 45 to 100. Since it's 45 to 100, it turns out to be 45 hundredths. And then what you have to remember is that it has to be in simplest form. So I'm going to divide here by 5. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 100 divided by 5 is 20. I can't simplify any further. My answer is 9/20. 88%. So once again, I'm comparing 88 to 100. Okay, I'm going to simplify these. You can divide them both by 4. So 88 divided by 4 is 22. 100 divided by 4 is 25. I can't simplify those further. So there's my answer. 250 compared to 100. Now you'll notice this is going to be a mixed number, but we are always, no matter what, going to compare it to 100. So make sure you remember that as well. So I'm going to change this to my mixed number now, which would be 2 and 50 hundredths. Oops. Okay, make this look a little bit better. Okay, I know I can actually divide 50 into both of these. So my answer is 2 and 1/2. That is my simplified version. Okay, so that's converting a percent to a fraction. We're going to put it over the number 100. All right, so now we have a choice here. I can either write my percent as a fraction, or I can change my fraction to a percent, and then you'll be able to compare the numbers. Well, since I have a denominator of 50, I'm going to go ahead and change this to a percent. So in order to do that, we know our denominator has to be 100. So I take 50 times 2 and 19 times 2. 19 times 2 is 38. 38 hundredths is the same thing as 38%. Okay, and we know 38% is equal to 38%. So 38% would be equal to 19/50ths. Okay, and our last one. Now remember that you can always change. You can always change your percent to a fraction as well, but your denominators would have to be equivalent. So you're more than welcome to do that, but you have to make sure your denominators are equivalent to actually compare them. Okay, so I always will end up changing my fraction to a percent. So to make this out of 100, I'm going to multiply by 20. 3 times 20 is 60. 5 times 20 is 100. So now I'm comparing 60 hundredths, which is 60%. And you'll see these are very easy to compare when they're both percents. 78% is going to be greater than 60%. And real quick, this is our greater than sign. This is our less than. Oops, that didn't work out at all. This is our less than sign. Okay, remember that it's going to eat the larger number, so this number would be greater than the number to the right. This number would be less than the number to the right. Okay? All right, so our magic number, remember, is 100 whenever we're working with percents. We'll be converting also decimals to percents, and then talking about how we convert all of the three together later on in the chapter. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you ask us tomorrow if you have any questions.